Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode here on the wonderful, decidedly vanilla SMP with me, Swarley. Heyo! And in this episode, you guys, we're going to be doing something that is what I would consider to be one of the most tedious things, at least I could ever do in Minecraft. And that is the relocation of one villager from the Overworld into the Nether. Now, you may be wondering why I want to relocate a villager from the Overworld into the Nether, and that is because a while ago, BJW and I had created a gold XP farm that is designed by Snow Crash, and considering the fact that we get a lot, and I mean a lot, of rotten flesh at this gold XP farm, I thought this would be a great thing in terms of relocating a villager, so then we can go ahead and trade rotten flesh with a cleric. Now let me just go ahead and undo theater mode because yep, there we go, right here. His first trade, although it's a little expensive, for 40 rotten flesh, we will get one single emerald. And did I trade anything else with this guy? No, I didn't. Okay, so the idea here that we're going to be doing is we're going to be relocating just this one cleric because, well, he's the only cleric that I happen to have. But what I went ahead and already done was I laid out all of the powered rails, and at least in the overworld, and I also powered them up as well. Now when we make our way into the Nether, I am gonna have to actually, oh, this is gonna be a little tricky. When we make our way into the Nether, I will have to power up those rails as well. But I thought at least I would go ahead and begin to do this process with you all on camera. And let me just go ahead and swap my shovel for a diamond axe. That way I can go ahead and make my life a little bit easier. And for the sake of recording at least. Oh, looks like he's eager to go out now. Okay. Do I have a minecart? I don't have a minecart. Oh my days. Wait a minute. My redstone shulker box should be right there. And yes, it is. Muy excelente, peeps. Alright, so let's just go ahead and peep on in here. And that is not going to do it. Hey, buddy. I'm trying to record a video here. Could you possibly, like, cooperate with me on camera and just get inside the cart here and now? Okay, I am most likely going to regret this. So why don't we go ahead and just pick that up real quick. And just so I don't regret doing this, why don't we go ahead and block off the doorway so that way we know for sure he's not going to be able to run out into the open. Now let's go ahead and grab that. Oh god, there he goes. Oh my. Okay, he's going really quickly. Let me see if I can catch up. Oh, wait a minute, I have my beetle wings on. Let me just go ahead and throw my armor on as well. And let's just go ahead and hop off. Take to the skies thanks to the pair of beetle wings that we have. And oh my, did he go through the Nether? Oh, he already went through the Nether. No, he did not actually. Okay. Ooh, this is really loud for me. Let me go ahead. Can I do something like this to get him to go through? Let me go ahead and turn down the volume of this as well. So let's just crank this all the way down to 20. That seems like a fairly reasonable number. And okay, this is getting me a little bit worried. So why don't we go ahead and just block this off entirely so that way he can't run through anywhere. And since we already have him right where we want him in terms of being close to the Nether portal, let's just go ahead and block this off as well. And let's go ahead and remove that. And boom. Oh, he went through. Okay, let's go ahead and through the wormhole. And oh my days. Okay. Did I already power this up here? I think I did. Alright, there he goes. And, oh, he's already going. So, let me go ahead and ride the rails, and I'll meet you guys when we're over at the gold XP farm, or at least at the base of it. So I just finished watching the previous segment, and I want to apologize right here and now if my microphone sounds a little different. That is because I've recently received in the mail a new shock mount to equip my blue snowball to, and with that all being said, let's go ahead and remove this as I multitask on camera. So with that all being said, I still have yet to figure out how I want to position the shock mount so that it's at the right angle in which it can pick up my voice fairly quickly, because well, as some of you may know, I can talk rather loud. Not like yelling or anything, but I just have a loud voice, if that makes any sense. But I have yet to figure out which angle I should position my shock mount so that the microphone can pick up my voice fairly clearly and I don't have to speak so loud. But I also don't want it to be fairly close to my face because then I would feel a little claustrophobic. So what I'm doing right here is I'm just going to go ahead and begin to remove all of this stuff, and I'm going to, before the end of this episode, do my best to redo what Mr. Sir KB has done here in terms of the minecart system that we have in the hub, and it looks like we have a bit of a ghost block. So let me just go ahead and lay down some netherrack and then begin to walk, and it looks like I was able to break that ghost block. So let's just go ahead and jump down here so we don't have to walk so slowly over the soul sand. But let's now maneuver our way through this maze, and then here we are. We're gonna pop up over here, and let's just go ahead and fill in the holes in the ground. Now this is gonna be a little tricky because right now, in theory, according to BJW, considering the fact that our testificate is sitting in a minecart and the button is just behind him, he should be able to ride this elevator system that was designed by BJW. I'm not sure if he has a tutorial up for it, but if he doesn't, then I highly encourage you to tweet at him saying, "Give us a tutorial now, fool." But he should, in theory, be able to ride the elevator up, and if I could just possibly reach behind this dude, is it okay? I may have to break some of the blocks here. There it is. There's the button, and there he goes. So let's just go ahead and now return that block where it is, and let's just step inside of here, take a peek up. It looks like he's continuing to ride up. So now what I'm going to do at this point is I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to climb some ladders so I can make it all the way up to the gold XP farm. And why don't we go ahead and take a quick commercial break while I do this. So I will be right back with you all. Although we're just about at the top of the ladder, I would like to say that every time I climb up these ladders here, it's just a sight to behold, especially with the Optifine fog enabled. So why don't we go ahead and undo theater mode and relocate our primary slot to where the pickaxe is at so we can break that without having to stop climbing the ladders. So now, okay, the elevator system that BJW had designed drops us right here. Well, not drops us, it leads us up to this point right here, which is just outside of the storage chamber. And I would like to apologize for my phone not being muted if you heard that notification go off. So why don't we figure out where we're gonna relocate this villager, because, well, he's kind of taking up the elevator system, and I would like to have him sort of nearby, but not so much where he's kind of in the way. But I want him to be fairly close to the storage chamber so that we can at least, you know, walk right up to the chests that are designated rotten flesh and then turn our head, and he would be within clickable distance for us to trade with. But you know what? I think what I just want to do is I think I'm just going to go ahead and relocate him right in that corner. At least, you know, for this villager, that's where he'll be. Can I grab that? Thank you, thank you. Oh, man. I was a little worried that I wasn't going to be able to do that. So let's just go ahead and lay down some of these rails. We don't need to lay down any of the powered rails, and that's because, well, one, that would take a lot of energy to do, that would take a lot of work to do so in terms of like figuring out where to place the redstone so that the signal can be transmitted to the powered rails, but also I kind of don't feel like doing a lot of work. Not that I'm, you know, saying I'm being lazy here, it's just a matter of yeah, I'm being lazy. So why don't we go ahead and, oh, does this guy not want to move there? Okay, actually, dude, I would like to retrieve that rail if possible. Thank you. Okay, let's go ahead and pick it up, and then we're gonna go ahead and do something like this. Push him right there in the corner. And considering I think there is a bug where if you have a mob in this particular case that is in a minecart, eventually he will despawn, and we don't want that to happen. So why don't we just go ahead and, do I have a name tag in here? Oh yes I do. Why don't we go ahead and name this guy Oliver? Why? I don't know. But actually, I do know. It's because I've been watching the X-Files, and I recently watched season 9 episode, the second to last episode, entitled Sunshine, and they had a character named Oliver in it, so that's where the name came from. But there we go. Now, in theory, he shouldn't be able to run away. I don't know if that's really possible. Why don't we just go ahead and throw down the... Let's go ahead and just throw down some fence gates just to ensure that he doesn't make a run for it. And we're just going to go ahead and replace these slabs with those fence gates. And then I don't think he'll be able to run now. So why don't we just go ahead, break this minecart. I'm going to cross my fingers while I do this. Okay. I think he's trapped. Alright, so I would consider this a success. So, like I said before the end of this episode, I wanted to go ahead and redo what Mr. Sir KB had done over by the minecart system that is just down below inside the Nether, considering the fact that we are oh so high up from the Nether. So let me go ahead and begin to make the repairs, and when I bring it back, we will... Oh, wait, do I have to? Oh, yes, I do. Okay. This isn't going to be a problem. So when I bring it back, we'll probably be ready to conclude this episode. I'm sorry if it doesn't really have that much to offer. I recently took a day off because it was my dog's birthday, and considering it is Thursday and usually I upload a DVLP on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I just wanted to at least get a second episode out for you all this week before it came to an end. So enough jibber jabber, let me go ahead and do the work that I said I would do, and I'll bring it back from there. I can tell my allergies are starting to kick in, considering we have all this redstone dust laying around. I got the sniffles. Can you hear it in my voice, peeps? I got the sniffles. But I think I went ahead and repaired everything that was here. Mr. Sir KB, in the event that I messed something up, I sincerely apologize, and at least I tried to make the repairs. But like I said, peeps, that is going to do it for this episode. I wanted to just mainly begin the process of relocating Clerics over to the donut, so that way then I wouldn't have to trudge all the way to the Taiga village that is just west of the Woodland Mansion that Pixel Riffs and I had raided, and just to trade rotten flesh for emeralds. And although the first cleric that we had relocated is a little expensive in terms of the trading, hey, we got a cleric there, so that's a start. And I'm sure other clerics that will relocate up there will be a little less expensive to trade with. And also, again, if this video didn't seem to be up to par to the standard that I have set for myself in terms of Minecraft Let's Plays, I apologize. But it is growing to be towards the end of the week, so I thought, hey, you know, let's just go ahead and put out a chill DVLP. But that's going to do it for this episode, and if you enjoyed it, then hit the like button. And also, if you're new to the channel, then I encourage you to check out the rest of it, and also don't forget to turn on notifications when subscribing. Other than that, I'd like to wish you all a happy day, and peace out.